What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. If you guys are new to the channel, do me a favor and hit that sub button, hit that notification bell, make sure you're not missing any of the awesome content that we have coming out. And with this video, we are jumping into Iron Fist issue number 2. Now, if you haven't been keeping up with this line, go ahead, check out the link in my description, as well as the top of this video. It is going to get you completely caught up on who the new Iron Fist is. And the new Iron Fist being Lin Lai, aka Swordmaster. He was the wielder of one of the mightiest swords, an ancient supernatural weapon created to destroy Chai Yu, the god of war and dark destroyer. But with a battle with some demons, we saw that this sword had been destroyed, and in its destruction, the shards had been scattered, some of them embedded into his skin. And while he was on the verge of death, the Dragon Chi came to him, and it bestowed the power of the Iron Fist. With a story written by Alicia Wong, pencils are Michael White, Sean Chen, inker is Victor Olasaba, colorist is J. David Ramos. Now be sure to buy the comic, support the industry, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so as we dive into issue number 2, we see someone in the lair of our dragon. Not really sure what the purpose is here. This individual seems to be coming for the Dragon Chi, but it doesn't tell us when this happens, it doesn't tell us who this individual is. But something is happening in the background. Something that could very well affect the entire Marvel Universe. Dropping us into Shanghai. This is where we pick up with our Swordmaster, our now Iron Fist, and he is working side by side with Mei Min, and they are currently destroying the forces of Chai Yu, his demon army out on the streets. They are trying to get any of the shards from the sword that they can. And our new Iron Fist, it is now his obligation, his duty, to ensure he tracks down every single shard and tries to reforge that sword. As the two of them fight, they work together perfectly. They are in very much sync. As this fight continues on, we see that the Iron Fist, he can't necessarily reach the chi all the time. This is because of the shards that are embedded in his skin. They are blocking pathways to allow his chi to flow correctly. And so because of this, the Dragon Chi will turn off at any time it honestly chooses. Luckily for him, he is a highly skilled, well-trained warrior. And so even without having the ability of the Iron Fist, he is more than capable to take down these forces. As one of these demons tries to get away with a shard, we see Iron Fist charge in, he jumps up into the air, his fist, it turns back on, and he blasts right through this demon. And now, with all of the demons now defeated or making their getaway, with Iron Fist having the last shard that is in this area, the battle has been won. And he knows this because the shards in his hands, they start to intensify in pain when he's around the other shards. And though the Dragon Chi may help from time to time, the truth is, our Iron Fist is in a constant state of pain. And at this point, it only seems to be getting worse. So the quicker that he finds all of the shards and forges this sword back together, the quicker they can figure everything out. Now that's where we're taken to New York City, picking up with Danny Rand. Because Danny Rand, he's checking out this new Iron Fist, and he's not gonna lie, he kind of likes him. The kid's got the skill, he's got the ability, he's super acrobatic. Like, Danny getting a little bit older, and he's recognizing that. Like, watching this kid flip around and do all this stuff, he's just like, man, like, I don't know if my body can take doing everything that he is doing. You know, obviously it can, but Danny Rand is just recognizing the age is starting to catch up with him. Danny really is interested in finding out who this new Iron Fist is. With all of the portals to Kunlun currently knocked off, they're offline, so he's not able to get through. But he might know one person that could help him out, taking us to Kunlun. This is where we pick up with Iron Fist and Mei Min. And as they arrive back to this mystical place, they are intercepted by Yang. Now, Yang and many of the other warriors on this island, they are very upset the fact that Lai has the ability of the Iron Fist. Some saying that he even stole it from them. And at this point, the people of Kunlun, they are tired of outsiders wielding the Iron Fist. Because the last Iron Fist, he was an outsider, and the one before that was an outsider. Nobody else getting the opportunity to prove themselves to the dragon. They are now sitting here challenging the new Iron Fist. With them throwing a sword at his feet, he is unable to wield this sword. And that is because his hands are so messed up from all of the shards that are imbued in his skin. It makes it almost impossible for him to grasp things like this. Being able to make a fist and punch the crap out of things, that is the extent of his abilities. But those abilities are not limited, and we see the two of them, they go at it, fist to fist. Because the truth is, he has learned from Shang-Chi, he has learned from White Fox, he has learned from some of the greatest fighters to ever exist. So while they didn't teach him how to be the Iron Fist, they taught him how to survive. With this fight quickly being broken up by Sparrow, the leader of Kunlun, telling them that they both should be ashamed of themselves, sending them on their way. We pick up later that evening, and later that evening we have our Iron Fist sitting down, piecing together the sword. And at this point, they have gotten quite a bit of these shards back. But it is not complete just yet. And every single day, it is getting worse and worse for him. It has gotten to the point where he cannot even properly hold chopsticks to eat his food. On top of all of this, he truly is feeling guilty that he has the Dragon Chi, because he didn't do it in the traditional manner. He didn't do any of the training, the tournament, fighting the dragon, none of it. The dragon just gave him this power. And so he really doesn't feel like he has earned any of this, and he doesn't understand why the dragon did it to begin with. And this is when Mei Min wants to show him something, taking him to a mural that has more or less been forgotten about in Kunlun. This is the mural of the famous Pirate Queen, one of the few and only women to become an immortal Iron Fist. Having the ability to channel her chi into arrows, she had sunken an entire fleet, an entire army that was headed for their shoreline. Being one of the great Iron Fists, the truth is, she was relatively forgotten about. Women ended up being forbidden from participating in the trials and then from fighting altogether. Her memory, it became a liability. It was proof of their history and a symbol of what could become again. She tells him this story because tradition, it doesn't necessarily mean it is the right thing to do. It just means that it's something that we have done for a very long time. But times change, and so do people. We see the arrival of Sparrow, and she says that she is right. When Sparrow was just a child, she used to come here and stare at this mural as well. This gave her the inspiration to become the city's thunderer, and then eventually the leader. And she vowed to make Kunlun a place where anybody could become the immortal Iron Fist, even a beggar girl turned pirate queen. And while yes, we do trials and we have tournaments and all of this stuff, every single day you breathe with the Dragon Chi inside of you, you are living through the trials. Every day you have to live up to it. Every day you have to try harder. Saying that his injuries, his chi, they are currently just blocked, but through enough training, through enough meditation, you will learn how to do this again. Just like the last Iron Fist, when he lost the power of his hands, he relearned how to use it. Just like when she lost her eyesight, she learned how to navigate the world. And so his training begins. From holding a sword to punching a fist to getting acupuncture, they are training him in every aspect to make him the best version of himself that he could ever possibly be. And through this training, he is able to wield swords again. He is able to punch better. His life is turning much better. But this is when something happens. The shards in his hand, they appear to be terrified. That's the feeling he's getting from them. They are responding to something that is far away. something is causing a reaction. Not knowing what this could possibly be, we are taken to the first tomb of Chai-Yu, the tomb that his family had been sworn to protect. But when that sacred sword had been shattered, the seals binding Chai-Yu, the Dark Destroyer, they had been weakened. But this doesn't feel like Chai-Yu, this feels like something else. This feels something more permanent. And who we see is Iron Fist's brother, believed to be dead. That's why he had taken up the sword as protector and defeater of Chai-Yu, being the last in his line to uphold this. It appears that his brother is back. And with his return, it doesn't seem like this is going to be good for our new Iron Fist, because he is letting it be known that he has come back to take what is his from his brother. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. You know, I said it from the get-go, I am 100% on Lai being the new Iron Fist. He is a character that is very much deserving of a role like this, an opportunity to truly get the spotlight. You know, I've really enjoyed him when it comes to him being Swordmaster and everything he's got going on. But his life was so consumed with being the Swordmaster, with killing Chai-Yu. This is finally giving him the opportunity to branch out to more than just his family's honor, his family's obligations. His brother returning, I felt like that's something that might happen, because they hypothesized that he might be dead, but there was never actual proof that his brother died. With his brother coming back, we can only assume that he is going to be looking for the sword. What his agenda is going to be, that is going to be up for debate. But I have a feeling that with his return, Chai-Yu has corrupted him, and it may be only the Iron Fist who can stop him. But yeah, let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories. If you would like to donate to the channel, you can do so by hitting the super thanks button. It will let you donate directly to the channel, and it helps us out tremendously. If you can't do that, do me a favor, hit that sub button, hit that notification bell, make sure you hit that like button, and until the next breakdown.